I literally have been sick. I have been not following the news that well. I have been covering headlines mostly. Just tell me if I'm on the money with this one, please. Okay? Can you let me know? Okay? So basically, America has something called a debt limit. The debt limit means that we are not allowed to borrow more than a certain amount of money at any given point in time, but we then pass budgets, and if the budget forces you to borrow money that exceeds the debt limit, you get a government shutdown, which is bad. As a consequence of this insane system, our Congress is constantly passing new budgets and raising the debt limit, making a political issue out of it every time. We are running up against the debt limit right now, as a matter of fact. Republicans control the House, Democrats control the Senate, for now, at least. Republicans, after a lot of fuss, managed to cobble together a more or less bipartisan supported bill that was going to be run through the House. And then Elon Musk killed it. It was a big, pork barrel kind of spending bill. And Elon Musk, who was, now keep in mind, Elon Musk is effectively the shadow president, and you should refer to him as President Musk. I'm not kidding. It's not a bit. You should just do that. I am less interested with technical titling here. He is the one calling the shots. It's insane because he's an idiot, but you don't have to be smart to be in power. You just have to have the money. That's literally all it takes. For those of you who might recall, Elon threatened to use his, again, enormous, unimaginable wealth to primary out any Republicans who disagree with his and Trump's agenda. Remember that? He's essentially got the entire party under his control. It is like as naked an oligarchy as you could imagine. It is like, I would say, basically on the line with Russia. Like, we have a functioning framework of a democracy, but in practice right now, one man runs the country, or at least he runs a significant enough portion of the country to cause these kinds of problems. So there was a bipartisan bill that was going to be passed, the appropriations bill, spending, blah, 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 and Elon Musk killed it. He killed it by tweeting over 200 times saying that the bill was terrible, that anyone who supported this bill was a traitor to the Republicans. Look at how much he's been tweeting, okay? Here we are at the top of his page, retweeting Nigel Farage. Wow, a Nazi. Okay, now we're gonna... 4 hours ago. He has been non-stop tweeting. Absolutely insane. And he has essentially been dictating Republican policy. I don't know how to go over this without running it bit by bit, but it is literally Elon Musk is the one in charge of what bill the Republicans in the House are allowed to put forward. After the bipartisan appropriations bill got shut down by him, and I suppose Trump, but it's really Elon who's doing this, the House Republicans tried to cobble together a quick hasty, substitution bill that they threw out there, and it immediately failed. So we might be facing a government shutdown. We might be up against the wall here, and it's because Elon Musk, single-handedly, an unelected bureaucrat, canceled the bipartisan bill. When did the GOP and Heritage Foundation decide Elon is their leader? He has the money. Now he's trying to say it was all on Jeffries. Oh, the propaganda running around this right now is insane. It is right now. There is like a 5-alarm fire on Capitol Hill. Things are melting down over there. They're going absolutely insane over there. There's no... They're lying nonstop. They're saying it's the Democrats who are the ones who shut it down. It's a madhouse. The CNN updates is going insane. Government shutdown is hours away unless Congress agrees on spending bill. I don't even know. It's ironic seeing the right-wingers defend this while also being anti-George Soros. Yeah, well, again, obviously the problem, right-wingers have never really had an issue with George Soros as a concept. They have an issue with him being left-leaning and Jewish, which, again, George Soros doesn't do shit. Where is he right now? He's not doing anything. He just makes money. That's all he does. He's a billionaire. He's not an ally to the left. They're not against, ultra-powerful autocrat, forces the entire government to bend to their whim. How long do you think it'll take until Trump's ego can't tolerate so many people thinking, e.g. knowing that Elon is in charge? Funnily enough, Elon himself is already aware of the fact that people are going to try to prod Trump's ego. Let me see if I can find this. Elon literally let out several tweets that was something along the lines of, "Don't fall for this. They're trying to drive a wedge between me and Trump." Please, I need to find it. To say that Elon Musk is the president implies that people are too stupid to think for themselves. Exactly, from Elon Musk. The reason the Dems keep saying President Musk is they're trying to deliberately create a wedge between Musk and Trump, appealing to Trump's ego. Yup. The fact that Elon is so stupid that he would give air to these criticisms by directly replying to them, actually insane. Like, can you imagine if you're Trump and everyone is prodding your ego by saying Elon's the one in charge, which he is, and your sycophants are like, no, actually they're trying to drive a wedge, and Elon, just Elon, not Trump, is like, yep, no wedge here. The Democrats posted this? That's pretty good. I think they should keep it up. I'm disgusted our government has turned into a soap drama between two oligarchs. Yeah, it's not just Elon, by the way. Like right now, the Amazon strike is getting broken up by New York City Police Department officials. Like Jeff Bezos is fully on board with this new administration. He's already bent the knee. It's like, again, the capital class. We are reaching like the end point. We're reaching the cool zone. There's no bounce back from this. Like the level of control that Musk is demonstrating over government might actually be unparalleled in all of American history. I'm trying to think of a historical comparison of the wealthiest man in the world. Again, worth $500 billion, just firing off like like, no, don't do this. And then like the party that controls half of the legislature just bowing to his whims. I can't think of an example that's comparable to nothing even close, to be honest with you. Trump ejects people from a circle of trust all the time. Elon's usefulness to Trump has already peaked, so the clock is ticking. No, Elon's in charge now. He has the money. It's that simple. Was it just the tweets that led to this? How was it confirmed it was because of him? What else would it be? Elon's the guy. He's the guy. He's the man. He has more money than the entire GOP 100 times over. He's incomprehensibly wealthy. This was already laid out clearly when he threatened to use his wealth to primary any Republican politician that went against his and Trump's agenda. I told you guys, Trump is not in charge of his second administration. The problem with Trump in his first administration, in his first term from 2017 to 2021, is that he was in charge of it. That was the problem with it. But the powers that be don't want Trump in charge because he's, a self-serving, egotistical idiot. They want them in charge. The difference between Trump and Elon has about, to say he has like 1,000 times the wealth would actually be understating how wealthy he is. He's more wealthy than you could imagine. Wealthier than you could. He could buy everything. Everything. Yeah, but MAGA elected Trump, not Elon. Well, that's why we hope the wedge forms. Elon is probably funding Reform UK as well. Probably, yeah. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Just literally just following. Oh, my God. Okay, hold on. Let's just... Even this only goes 8 hours back. Elon's going to primary the entire Dem party. Yep. Musk says he will fund moderate Democratic primary challenge. Yeah, we are in an oligarchy now. The democracy is gone. I mean it. I said it. I said that this might be the last real election, and I meant it. If you have infinite money in a system where money buys you influence, then you have infinite influence. Then if you have infinite influence, then your weight, you weighed against the electorate, you already know who wins. Remember, AIPAC has swayed elections with less than $1 million. Elon has $500 billion. Okay, from 8 hours ago, GOP Senator calls on Trump to come to Washington amid negotiations to avoid a shutdown. GOP whip says House Republicans won't try to pass this bill through Rules Committee. Okay. Vance blames Democrats. Oh, you're still here. Johnson attacks Democrat. Oh, there's so many updates, man. Government shutdown looms. We've got a plan to expect votes this morning. Shutdown. Trump says if there has to be a government shutdown, let it begin when Biden is in office. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like the kind of thing Trump would just say out loud. Trump wants to abolish the debt ceiling. That would be a good thing. Abolishing the debt ceiling is a good idea from Trump. House GOP discussing dropping debt limit from government funding bill despite Trump demands. What? Oh, right, a suspension of the government debt limit in order to avoid damaging government shutdown at month's end. Democrats slam Musk's role as shadow president. Right. Can you explain why the government shutdown is bad? Because the government shuts down mostly. Jamal Bowman cost $14 million to beat. Yeah, and that was the single most expensive primary in the entire election, or for a House rep, wasn't it? Ever. 14 million. Do you know how little 14 million is? That was the most expensive one ever in New York. Do you have any idea how little, like how small a sum it would take for Elon to buy every seat? If he really like opened up the coffers and let the money flow, he could easily replace half of Congress. And that's not an exaggeration. Schumer continues to push for original bipartisan stopgap funding deal. Shut down. Conference to open. Okay, so again, remember, like, the problem here is that Elon has, the fundamental issue here is that they need Democrat support for the appropriations bill to pass. They had a bipartisan bill that they were putting out there, and Elon tanked it. So the only bill they have right now that works, that Democrats are willing to vote on, is one that Elon doesn't support. Would it be a stretch to say Musk is the biggest threat to democracy in the world currently? I mean, I would say Capital is, but he's kind of like the biggest agent of it. Why does Elon hate the bill anyway, specifically? A number of reasons that basically all boil down to, like, it's woke, there's too many things attached to it, and it doesn't pave the way for enough tax cuts. Elon met with Nigel Farage and is suggesting giving reform $100 million. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, it had funding for, like, curing children's cancer in it. He didn't like it. GOP leaders mum on details as they prepare to present their plan to colleagues. Jeffries is in GOP plan to avert shutdown. They might go for it. What's at stake if Congress fails to fund the government? Agencies could shut down, potential impact on holiday travel, national parks, Defense Department. We haven't even gotten to talk about the Doge bill, by the way, the Doge spending bill that would cut entitlements, but cut exactly $0 from defense spending. Oh yeah, they killed aid to areas affected by Hurricane Helene as well. TBH, this looks unsustainable. This administration will be far more chaotic than previously. Yeah, probably. I mean, I never said fascists would run the government effectively, but, you know, keep in mind, Russia's been under Putin's grip for like 2 decades now, even though he hasn't run the government that well. It's full of like corruption. Yeah, you can, a country can hobble along. Trump supporters boo when House Speaker Johnson is mentioning conservative gathering. Yes, get mad at Mike Johnson. Yes. Yes, please. We will not have a government shutdown, Speaker Johnson says, but does not detail specifics of a plan. Enter IF funding vote under rule suspension to fund the government. Which require to as quickly as possible. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. Battleground Democrats tell Jeffries they're behind them. Democrats made Jeffries. Man, this is insane. And from 39 minutes ago, don't play. Nice. House vote imminent on plan to avert government shutdown. But unless it gets bipartisan support, I'm probably going to have to stream later today. I'm sorry, guys. I have to go. I have to take Artemy to a vet appointment because he's got a tummy ache. You know how it is with cats. I'm going to try to stream later today. There's too much going on. I'm going to try to stream later today because this is like an ongoing thing. But I have to go. If I don't go now, then I can't show up and stream later. Elon's still being obstructionist. This was in fact correct when you tweeted, but Speaker Johnson flipped his decision in the meeting. We spoke to him. Jeffries realized he could Democrat votes pass legislation. So is this a Republican bill or Democrat bill? Elon seems principally opposed to the passing of an appropriations bill that has Democrat support, even though you need Democrat support to pass an appropriations bill because you need 2/3 support. Like it seems like he literally will not accept. Okay. I gotta go. When I get back, we'll cover this further. It's very important. All right, take care.